let's see here. There's that, already got that. Do. Interesting. You know, I knew there was something fishy about that guy. So, Harkness, I have some, information you may need to know.
I'm a little busy right now. Is there a problem?
I don't suppose you know how to tell someone that they're a robot.
I had a feeling you were going to be a problem. I should never have let you in here. Is this your idea of a practical joke? In case you haven't noticed, I'm not laughing.
Neither am I.
Have you been hitting Paulie's private stash? Just what I need. More strung-out chemheads on my boat. You have exactly 5 seconds to explain what it is you're trying to do here, or you'll be leaving Rivet City by way of the nearest porthole.
Well, considering I'm trying to help you stay away from Zimmer, I think these might be helpful.
Alright, I'll humor you. But this is impossible. I can't be a robot, I'm a human being. I breathe. I eat. Hell, I cut myself shaving this morning. I was bleeding. Robots don't bleed.
Well, it's not really real blood.
I'm not sure what to say. I'm not sure what to even think about all this. I'll admit, this is pretty convincing evidence. But it doesn't make any sense. How can this be possible?
Sorry about this.
Ah! My God. I remember. I remember it all. From before. Zimmer. The Commonwealth. The Institute. My God. All those runners I brought down. You. You made me remember. Why? How? Never mind. My God. What am I going to do? My life. Everything. It's all a lie.
Well, the big question is, what are you going to do about Zimmer?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to shove him into a very small box and send him north where he belongs.
You know, I think I like your idea.
He is a security threat, isn't he? All right. I authorize you to carry out Dr. Zimmer's execution. Don't think this gives you license to run around shooting anyone you want. Just Zimmer. And that bodyguard, if he gets in the way. Here, use my weapon. I've had it forever. It's never let me down. Consider it a token of my appreciation.
So, I'll be back in just a moment, or 3.
Carry on, then.
If you hear any explosions or gunfire, please ignore them for the next 3 to 5 minutes.
Everything looks okay here. Evening.
Dr. Zimmer. I have some news for you.
Ah, I trust you have reconsidered and wish to assist with the retrieval of my android?
I'm not sure how it is up north, but around here, we do expect to be paid for our work.
I'm sorry, it slipped my mind. I have at my disposal advanced technology from the Commonwealth. I'd be willing to share some of it with you. Just think, you'll be the envy of all your friends.
Well, I don't really have any friends, but assuming I can make some, I'm sure they'll be quite envious. So, about your android.
Harkness, you say? Yes, that makes sense. He used to work for a special branch of the Commonwealth Police, after all. And he's right here, in Rivet City? Excellent. I must wait, find an opportune moment to confront him. Thank you for your discreet assistance and continued discretion regarding this matter. And now for your payment. This combat module will directly affect your central nervous system. I think you will find it quite beneficial.
What the hell?
I said I'd find a robot for you. I didn't say I'd let you keep him. And we're back. We find ourselves once again in Rivet City, specifically the Science Lab, standing over the, I dare say, slightly chunky remains of one Dr. Zimmer and his, well, the sky. Before I get too carried away with anything else, I should probably relieve them of any and all advanced technology from the Commonwealth, as realistically, that probably shouldn't be floating around. So, back to speak with Harkness, who I really don't care what he is. He seems to be, well, about as level-headed as most people around here.
Yes?
Hello.
Although for some reason the people around here are a little bit uptight, I think. It could just be my sort of method of shoot first, shoot some more, and then once everybody's dead and accounted for, ask the survivors for some answers. So, I've got some news for you, Harkness.
Zimmer's dead. I know. Now he's just another bad memory from my past. Look, I don't know why you wanted to help me, but you did. And I'll always be grateful for that. Now, it's time for me to get back to my life. Is there a problem?
So, now that you know what's going on, do you have any plans?
I have two sets of memories. One android, one human. Some of these are mine. Some belong to someone else. But I'm choosing to be human. It's my choice. The people on this boat look to me to protect them. So that's what I'm going to do.
Well, I guess the important thing is it is in fact your life and your choice, so
Carry on, then.
I guess you'll go your way and I'll go mine. Speaking of ways to go, I need a new direction. So, before this whole thing went down, I was back in Paradise Falls, adjusting the population there somewhat. I think I'm going to continue with my previous project and head back up there and sort of work my way over through the areas that I've been, and actually probably head for the Regulator HQ. I think I remember hearing something about Zimmer being wanted for questioning. The next question, of course, is where's my bike? Well, unless my previous head concussions have scrambled my short-term memory, I do remember driving out to here, and I do also remember parking the bike there. However, the bike is no longer there, which means I guess I'm walking. Although, a quick check of my current cap count and a quick check of the map means that if I can come up with a hopefully brief, I don't really want to say shortcut, but shortcut, I can make it over to Waystone Motors and finish getting the equipment for the bike. I also think they have some way of tracking it down and hauling it back for me. Unfortunately, this means it's going to be a somewhat uneventful trip. Although, who am I kidding? When was the last time I stepped outside my door and had somebody... Good grief. Either try to kill me, or someone I just stumbled across. Really need their helmets. Let's see, the last time I was through here, there were quite a few people, and they were all trying to kill me. Oh, here we go. Lots of goodies. Also, if I recall, there's a trash can up here that may be filled with useful items.
Your command, sir. RL-3 comes equipped with everything a good soldier needs, but your RL-3 can assist in carrying equipment if needed.
Okay, unfortunately... I'm not going to be able to actually carry all this stuff back. I think what I'm going to do is drop this over somewhere a little bit more convenient to get to. I think Dukov's place might be the best choice. Although I'm somewhat concerned about these people. And let's see. Can't tell for certain what power armor they're wearing. So for now, I shall leave them be.
Ready to die for your country, you commie son of a bitch.
On second thought,
Country.
closer inspection, they are most definitely the Enclave. And now I have more loot to go gather. That is, of course, assuming that I know how to get there. I do have a feeling that there's a path over that way, and I cut through some stuff, and I go over. I think I'll leave it for now. If they're around, I have a strange feeling that others won't be. And as much as I don't mind having music, I don't want to have music playing when I'm trying to sneak around here. I've very carefully stuffed the majority of the power armor and some of the heavier weapons in a convenient suitcase over here. And I think, for personal posterity's sake, I'm going to grab a quick picture of myself standing over here with the statue. Remember the sort of original inspiration for this. It's not bad. I think it'd be significantly different if everyone was wearing power armor. Airdropped crate. Interesting item to airdrop. But I'm not going to complain. So this should lead me pretty much straight back to the... excuse me, I'm getting a little bit tired and hungry. But this should lead me pretty much straight back to the dealership, where I can get the bike both towed back, well, after it's found, as well as having a couple of upgrades. I don't really want to say installed. I'll have to find out the details on the upgrades. So, just something to pass the time, a quick ammo count. I remember making a somewhat offhand comment regarding the abundance of 10mm ammo, and now I'm almost out. Backup, which I'm not entirely sure why I continue to carry. Shotgun ammo I have currently in abundance. Sniper rifle ammo, again currently in abundance, and I do seem to be finding it a little bit more often these days. Assault rifle ammo, pretty much out, especially considering how fast I eat through it. And that's pretty much it for current weapon I don't really want to say loadout. But I guess in this circumstance it would be the proper term. I also did a quick check on the status of my power armor, and it seems to be doing just fine. Let's see, is this the, town company camp? You know,
By your command, sir.
Actually, first things first, I need to get back to,
Sir, searching for targets.
somewhere where I can safely store high-value, items. Although I think it's less of a case of high-value items and rather a case of items I would rather other people not have access to. So if I recall correctly, and assuming my compass is continuing to work properly, the dealership should be right over this hill. The obvious other question is, what else is also over said hill? Let's see, some Brahmin. Apparently nothing. Which is almost a relief for once. Okay. I have need of your services. I have indeed lost my motorcycle. Can you have that recovered for me? 100 caps. Definitely worth it. And I also need some supplies. Total of 1,000 caps. Realistically, I think both will be useful. Well, slightly over 1,000 caps. While I'm at it, is there anything that I have that I don't really need? I'm sure these can be repurposed into something that a motorcycle individual would be interested in. Saves me from having to lug them back somewhere else. Armor I'm a little bit more willing to sort of dispose of somewhat haphazardly. Weapons and ammo are a very much different story. Okay. So the GPS attachment has been attached, as well as the ability to well, quickly get back here. Probably with me facing one direction and the motorcycle automatically driving in a different direction. Potentially useful, and probably very much worth the caps.
Give me a shout if you need anything else.
Let's hope I don't. Okay, with this said and done, Let's go scoop up the items I just dropped off and head back to Megaton, as it is both getting late and I am getting tired. So that should be right about here. Now that I think about it, I'm sure I could... Well, more of that after I get some sleep. Once again, I stand outside Megaton. Another day, another adventure. Although realistically, I'm just going to be shot at a lot. I managed to sell a couple things this morning. Offloaded a good chunk of the various power armors that I've been somewhat stockpiling. And got a reasonable handful of caps, although I think Moira needs to be visiting her supplier relatively soon. I think she's out of caps at this point, and she has quite a few things to trade away. So without further ado, back to Paradise Falls, which... horrible name for the place. But going to swing up, over, down, and stop at the Breaker Rider HQ. From there, I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to go, but let's see what this gets me. Interesting place. So I want to head up in that general direction. See what's up there. See if there's anything at all interesting. And see if I can find this vault that was mentioned. I also noticed in reviewing the notes I found that shoot, now I can't remember his name. Pinkerton had made mention in one of the notes that he gave me that there was a Dr. Braun, I believe. Okay, that was slightly disturbing. But something about a Dr. Braun, or... minor distraction due to homicidal robots. Anyway, there was a mention of an individual, I believe Braun, and a vault, and people, something or another. I really can't be bothered to look at the exact details. But if this search ends up
Kill 'em all and let God sort 'em out. Come on, people, give 'em hell.
ow. seriously can't get anything done without being shot at. Anyway, if this search doesn't pan out, then I think I'll head over to Pinkerton and see if he would be willing to divulge some locations.
Sir, searching for targets.
See, this looks interesting, although there appear to be raiders, and they appear to be shooting at me. Of course, for whatever reason, shouldn't be surprised. Okay. So much for a large raider encampment that I was almost expecting. Part of me is beginning to wonder if I could, I don't know, hotwire some sort of a energy transfer system between my very fancy power armor and some sort of a energy weapon. I'd have to find someone to do it, unless I could come up with some sort of design myself. And even then, I'd probably have to pay someone to assist with upgrades and modifications and the like. But it's a thought, and okay, and this concludes my availability of 10mm ammo. Some sort of old water processing facility, water treatment facility. Not entirely sure what it was, but what it is now, or rather what it used to be about 5 minutes ago, is a rather sizable raider encampment. Double-barrel shotgun. I think I'll pass on that. I will, however, take the ammunition. Also, after getting some advice from a couple people in Megaton with regards to ammo supplies, they suggested very carefully disassembling either fragmentation grenades or fragmentation mines, and using those materials to make ammunition with. Definitely something I'll have to try, as unfortunately I'm beginning to get the feeling that I'm consuming more ammunition than a small country at war. Okay. At this point, I'm very glad that I've got power armor on. What was that? So it came from this general direction. This tower.
Sir, I am on the lookout.
Those are strange power cells. And more of them. Interesting. Definitely worth collecting these, if for no other reason than to have a quantity to study. And it looks like that's all of them. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh, now that I've found the relative high point in the area.
Sir, searching for targets.
Something over there worth investigating. Some sort of old satellite antennas. Possibly worth investigating. And let's see, anything on this side? Some sort of buildings, as well as roads. I think all things being equal, the roads seem to be slightly more appealing, especially considering I was already headed in this direction. I'm also thinking that I might need to start learning the ins and outs of of robotics to possibly upgrade my rather overzealous companion here with either a more accurate weapon or probably better targeting sensors. So that was the second one of those large bear interesting.
Every day is a good day to die.
Okay. Very, very interesting. Although, I have a sneaking suspicion I want to avoid this area. No real interest in tangling with the annoying yellow individuals. Although at this point it seems like the entire Wasteland is out to try to kill me. So, now that I've managed to get myself thoroughly lost, heading directly south should run me into a road. Which, if nothing else, should... Okay, right. About this road I'm after should either help minimize the number of things trying to kill me, or if not, should definitely give me a better opportunity to not get immediately ambushed by said things. Okay. So, unfortunately, a power station doesn't exactly... Well, I'm assuming it's a power station. But it doesn't seem like one of those places that someone would want to put a vault at. Or two. I don't want to say it stands out like a sore thumb, but a bit too much of a target. Still, I think it's worth checking out. If nothing else, because no one's currently shooting at me. Huh. Seems of interest. As well as spare parts, various scraps. Never underestimate the general use of various scraps that you find laying around. Although I would say that, for the most part, scraps aren't all that useful. whether it's what you can make, or in my case, repair, that makes them worth it. So I want to follow this road a bit more. Notes. Railway rifle. Correct steam gauge assembly, pressure cooker, fission battery, as such. Fires railway spikes. Interesting. Not exactly my style, but probably worth at least cursory glance. Maybe try putting one together. Might come in useful for other applications. And at last I have found a road. The big question is, where will said road take me? Actually, one thing I probably also need is some sort of method of looking over hills. I'm thinking a miniature vertibird would probably be ideal. Again, issues of design and manufacture come to mind. But is that a some sort of a shack? Now that looks suspiciously interesting. Although the myriad of pools of toxic sludge, slightly less thrilling. Let's see. I think as a measure of due safety, one of those, and see how right away is a little over 100 apiece. No, 150, 165. I know I can do math. So there's 300, and that should help. Also, hooray for radiation-resistant power armor. I really hope that's not what I think it is.
Kill 'em all and let God sort 'em out.
The cleaner I'll take, the cigarettes I'll take. The footlocker I'll take. Let's see. Interesting. Definitely take that.
Scanning, sir.
Dodging sensitive issues. I'm beginning to wonder if it's more than just a slightly sensitive issue. Toxic material. Good to know. Greener Pastures Disposal Site. Interesting. Although they really should stop coming up with such ironic names for these places. Well, I hate to say it, but I do in fact believe he's dead. Had he been wearing a radiation suit, and probably not taking drugs, probably wouldn't be dead. Ammunition, anti-radiation, Journal of Interior Medicine. Actually, considering the amount of, I'm not going to say medication, but medical items, I'd almost say this person knew what they were doing. Unfortunately, knowing what you're doing and being able to properly do things, two very different skills.
Multiple failures.
Well, I'm not sure if that was... Well, that was an explosion. I guess it's time to climb yet another hill and ponder whether or not the previous location I just visited was more disturbing or more... Oh, who am I kidding? It was just straight outright disturbing. Let's see. Well, the compass has a point of interest up here. Might as well check it out while we're here. Let's see. Point of interest.
Sir, I am on the lookout.
Oh, that looks interesting. Probably should get a quick bite to eat while no one's trying to actively kill me. Things look relatively clear. So, lunch. Let's see. It is, in fact, good time for an early lunch. Mac and cheese with potatoes. It's quite tasty. And some Nuka-Cola. Probably some actual water. Do I have any actual water? Actual water I do have. Vault 92. Huh. I'll have to... I hope those aren't what I think they are.
Your command, sir.
Probably against common sense. I want you to wait right
I
here.
will keep this location secure.
As in, do not move until I come back. If I don't return in, I don't know, 12 hours, return to Megaton and seek new ownership. As I believe these are very large and very mean. Deathclaws. Okay, suddenly feeling very inadequate when it comes to ammunition. I'm thinking something along the lines of very large, high caliber explosive ammunition would be good. Let's see, it's taking an average of 8 shots to kill one of these. Let's hope I don't run out of ammo before I run out of Deathclaws. Okay, apparently shotgun to the Deathclaw. Quite effective. And there's number 5. Let's see, number 5. Close quarters, Rebel. Definitely hesitant to go in there without... I'm not even going to kill myself with a small assault squad. I'm going to go with a large assault squad. and for some reason I don't want to be getting all that close to this area. Well, actually, against better judgment, I do want to see what's going on. But distance, I believe, is key. There we go. Let's see, can I hit it from here? Breathe in. Exhale bullet. Seems simple enough. And it definitely saves on ammo that I'm running low on. I think that's number 6 that I've seen. No, that's number 6 that I've killed. There's still probably one more. And I think on the map I'll just mark this as Deathclaw Nest or something. So no real way in. Although I'm thinking that might be a good thing. No way in, no way out. Although these things look like they can just climb over what little rubble there is. And at this point, part of me is wishing I brought some low-yield nuclear ordnance. Oh, the outside appears to be clear. Drunken gnome. I will definitely have a look at that later. In the meantime, I have a suspicion that I'm going to need to be running away screaming. Well, this doesn't look like bomb damage, which is probably a good thing. That, however, is not a bomb. Okay. very high-tech military power armor 1, Deathclaw number 7, 0. As I'm now contemplating ways of wearing a duster over power armor. Okay, that looks like something I don't want to go on. Mercenary. Hate to say it, but I don't think a stim pack will quite cover your needs. So definite bomb damage. Emergency exit only. Let's go in. Let's go out. Something large and growling. And something I definitely do not want to be running into. Vehicle accident report. Oh, let's have a quick perusal at this. Notes. Something about driving on a highway, which means pre-war. Special shipment still intact. Special shipment. Well, it was definitely pre-war, and I think the radiation might have had a, I don't know, slight effect on whatever was living here before. Okay, this almost looks promising. Sewer entrance. Let's see. Oh, someone was down here. Before I get carried away, I'm thinking mines would be in order. Mines are definitely in order. Ow. some strange reason, I have a feeling that the mine didn't actually do much of anything besides, well, tick off a already annoyed Deathclaw. Enter ticket. Medical supplies. Metro Hub Ruins. First things first, though. Heal up a bit. Take care of the blood loss, and the cuts, and the scrapes, and the bruises. Missiles, missile launcher, okay, let's try plan frag grenade with a frag grenade and a 15-second timer. And there's the boom. Tell you what, in the interest of being able to move quickly, I have a feeling that a missile launcher is slightly inappropriate for this. Okay. Second timer for this one. And wait for the boom. Give it one more shot. Frag grenade, 15 seconds. Frag grenade, 10 seconds. Run quickly out the door. Close that door. And wait. There's one. There's two. And there's that. Well, I think I've expended all the explosives I'm willing to expend. Okay. Power armor manual. Okay. Adequately use any sets of power armor you come across. Well, seeing as how I'm currently in power armor, somewhat redundant. I'll be returning to you momentarily. So it appears, someone was trying to dig their way out with a spoon and explosives. Interesting to know. Though perhaps slightly more interesting. A holotag. Good to know. Medic power armor manual. And prototype medic power armor. Alright. Food service, automated medic. Okay, well, seeing as how I don't exactly trust what's in the manual, probably reserve the new power armor for display purposes only. And seeing as how I'm both running out of ammunition as well as space in my pockets, I'm going to go ahead and probably slightly preemptively wrap up this little expedition down into the, well, what I can only really call a Deathclaw nest. There seems to be a lack of nest, and more, well, just Deathclaw. So the question is, how... I have to come up with 60-something pounds to... cover. Not all that hard. And actually, it appears that the barricades are designed to keep people out more than keep people in, so it should be relatively trivial to hop over the barricades and go find my robotic luggage companion. After my last experience with a vault,
RL3 stands at attention, sir.
you're not really standing and you're not really at attention.
RL3 is ready for another tour of duty, sir.
Let's get going.
Yes, sir.
Although first,
RL3 comes equipped with everything a a good soldier needs, but your RL3 can assist in carrying equipment if needed.
I need you to carry this power armor for me.
Lead on!
Right, so, as I was saying, after my previous experience with a vault, I think I'll avoid the hallucinogenic experience and pass for the time being, at least until I can find some information regarding what is in the vault. And for some strange reason, after fighting probably close to a dozen power, or for some strange reason, after fighting close to a dozen Deathclaws in power armor, red scorpions just don't seem to cut it. Of course, this Bloodfly, on the other hand, ow. Okay. We're gonna have to have some discussion about targeting parameters. Although apparently, I can't seem to hit anything even point blank. Might need to have myself checked out again. Although, then again, that might not make any difference at all.